All right, cool. So it's recording now. Right on. Um, so what's up, man? I know, it's been like a pretty rough week, at least like trading wise. Uh, I kind of struggled with like UJ when we called that out. We struggled with GBPAUD. It took a while for it to play out, but it eventually did. Um, but yeah, man. I mean, I was hoping more people would get on because everyone was like, "Yo, when are we doing webinars?" And it's like, all right, cool, but that's all
I,
right.
I love these webinars, bro. I love them. Like it helps me. It honestly it helps me out.
Yeah.
Like refresh my. It helps me refresh my memory.
Yeah, of course. That's the whole point, man. That's the whole point is for us to like, you know, yeah, try to refresh your mind for this and like continue learning. So, you got like, do you have any pairs that you're looking at, dude?
I've been honestly looking at the GBP and ZD.
GPNZD.
Yeah, I've been I've been just trying to like study that one again because
This
I remember
was
I used to be really.
like really good at it. Yeah, like you were pretty on point with it. I remember.
Yeah, that's the reason why I'm like, oh, you know what, like let me try and come back to it.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then like just hold on, and then ideally just I'm trying. I hear this perfect. Yeah. So every time I predicted it was going up, it went down.
Yeah.
Every time I predicted it going down, that thing just skyrocketed going up.
Yeah. And again, I'm telling you, like when you're trading this pair alone itself, like you kind of have to go with the volume. Whatever direction the market's giving you, go with the volume, and more than likely you're gonna hit your 20 or 30 pips in that one trade, just because of how much it moves. And that's the thing, man. Like whenever whenever you see this pair actually taking off after hours, like past London session, maybe like an hour or two after London session, then that's when you need to really start looking at this pair and see what it's actually doing. You understanding what it may do next. Like we hit a double top somewhere up here, right? This was like I can just draw out a regular zone out here, connect these two, and you see that this already tested once this level, and once it got here, it rejected it right away. So this week, this is where we've been this entire week. This entire big push is basically where now we're starting to pull back more towards like around this level here that lines up to these two areas here, so the market can continue pushing down. And actually that's really my outlook on it, is it pushing down, um, because again we're in a buyer's market right now. We had our last break of structure right around here, right around this area here. That's where we broke structure. A lot of these pullbacks, more of like something like this, this pullback here, right? These are all pullbacks as far as like your higher lows creating new higher highs. And that's really the whole point. We want to see higher lows, higher highs. So the market will do anything it wants to do in between these two areas here. Hold up, let me right there. So you have your higher low, right? And you have your higher high. So the market is now stuck in between these two zones. And if I go ahead and just draw out a zone, now we have an idea of what the market can do next, right? So obviously we wanted to hit this target first. So we're going to go ahead and label that being our target first.
Target one.
Yeah, target one. There you go. Target one. Once we get there, if it gets all the way down here, which if it does, that'd be great. I mean, at this point, we're looking to really go into a longer buy because of the kind of structure that we're in. This is your last higher low point. So again, as long as the market doesn't cross this level, we're still bullish. We're still in a buyer's market. But in the meantime, we could start taking advantage of the market pushing down, right? So this is our first level here. This will be our second target if it does happen to reach all the way down to that side. Target 2. Right? So that's a little bit
Yeah.
of an outlook of what we can actually expect. If that happens, awesome. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but I like broke down a. I think someone had a question about GJ. I think it was GBPNZD has the same exact setup. So what we're looking at is when can we identify when the markets are about to turn around? Like, what is the clue for us to think that, you know what, um, a lot of the retailers decided to go in with the trend. So what happens is that the banks, big institutions, they have the idea, they're ready to start, turning the market around. Now, in this case here, I'm gonna give you an example. In this case, you had, you see these big pushes right here.
Yeah.
You see these big pushes right here, right? All this,
The ones, yeah. Those,
all this area here. Let me highlight it all. This right here, this right here. These two areas here is when, so the banks, they turn this price around. Now think of the banks trading, like us retailers, we trade maybe like, what, our sort of trading is like $200-300 like accounts, or $500 accounts,
yeah.
$1,000 accounts. That's chump change. That is like nickels and dimes to big banks. The reason these markets move the way they move in price is because, banks and big institutions, they're trading millions of dollars, and that's why the markets move the way they move. So once we have these little pit stops, I guess you can say, here on the daily time frame, you'd be able to see how like the market pulls back slightly. These are our retail. This is us. This is the retailers coming in and saying that the market's going to reverse. Now, when the market is being pushed slightly against the actual, trend, then that's when we know that we should be getting ready for some sort of, this should be some sort of pullback. Big banks are going to get in and they're just going to drop the price even lower. That's what happens with these big drops. Now, once you start, like the clues that I started picking up on was when pretty much you have these big impulsive moves. That means that everyone that was buying decided to start selling with the trend. So what happens is, at this point, when the market's, shooting down, think of the banks going in on buys already all around this area. Oh my god, here we go. All around this area, putting in buys until it finally just turns back around. They turn the market around. Now the clue is when we see that big last impulse, like these right here. Those are the clues that the markets may actually start turning around. And not only that, but big banks also know where these levels of strong support are located. So us understanding what these levels are, especially on the weekly, we could probably definitely, there you go. The weekly is perfect. Look at how it just bounced off of it. Like this is one strong ass level on the weekly. So when the banks, banks saw that the price was reaching this level here, which is a lot of buyers waiting for the markets to turn back around. On the weekly, you can see a lot of that impulse. You see these candles just straight, like going straight down, right?
Yeah.
Okay, on the daily, it looks the same, but then you start having some sideways motion like this. You start having some bigger pullbacks. And understanding this big support level based off of the weekly time frame, you know that there's probably more than likely some reversal about to happen. Now that's when you have this last impulse right here, this last big drop, that's when all the buyers, all the people that were trying to turn this market around, decided to start selling, and they want this market to push down even further. At this point, banks take advantage of this, and their buys coming in from here, the liquidity, the volume of the amount of money that is being, transferred into a buy situation, it starts turning around. Okay, so same thing here. You have a lot of sellers, or a lot of retailers and a lot of sellers trying to sell this market, but big banks decided, nope, this is our chance to continue pushing the price up and drive it all the way back up to this big impulse move right here, which is the last aggressive move. When that happens, now they start pulling right back down. Again, the big clue is when you have this big push, all the sellers got tired of losing money, so they joined the trend. That's why you have these big pushes. You have a big impulse.
That's
So the market will come right back down and retest this level, or at least come all the way back down and retest this level again before it decides to either turn back around and the banks decide, hey, you know what, we're done selling, we're going to drive this price even higher. And at that point, on the weekly time frame, if you pay attention to it a bit, the weekly time frame, our last big impulse happened right around this area. So this can potentially be one of your bigger targets before the market then tanks all the way back down again. So just try to think of the market as far as like a buyers and sellers market rather than just support and resistance. Think of all the people that are waiting down here based off of a weekly time frame level, which is very important. That's why I like trading the weekly time frame, and the monthly takes a really long time, but the weekly will give you a strong idea of what the market's going to do next, which is awesome. So have that in mind, right? And even on the weekly here, you see this red candle, this sideways motion. The markets will come back
Yeah.
to these levels. It's gonna come back to this level here. It will. So if anything, tonight is a good opportunity to sell this and just stay in the trade long enough to get to your first target, at least somewhere down here, which should be a good. If you were to stay in that trade, that's a good almost 200 pips off of that move. Wait for a small little pullback, something like maybe this line here, like that right there. This pullback, which was once support, it would act as resistance. Boom, take it down. But
Yo,
obviously, yeah, good.
yeah. Oh no, sorry. I have that's one of my zones that I have that my GPNZD is gonna touch
Yeah.
and then go down.
Okay. Yeah.
And
No.
the same as that. No, but you're right. I'm gonna
Yeah.
wait till it touch that zone before going in for a sell, because like seeing that motion, like how it was going up, down, but then fully go all the way down back to where yeah, right there,
Mhm.
kind of psyched me out that I was gonna go back on the uptrend. Not gonna lie.
Oh, it psyched you out that it was gonna continue going on an
Well,
uptrend. You thought it was gonna fall.
yeah, I was gonna fall, but before I was like, yo, you know what? This is not gonna keep going up. It was a strong push from this morning,
Yeah.
and also from October 1st.
Okay. Yeah. No.
Like those.
From what? Go ahead.
No, not that.
No. Go ahead. You're good.
No, I'm just saying that those two are the ones that they kind of psyched me out, and I got kind of like, wait, what the heck? Like, I feel like the market's going, it's gonna go down, but then it went the opposite way.
Yeah. Yeah. No. And it happens. Yeah. So I mean, but even then, like, you have to understand where your structure is. You have to understand. You had your break of structure here. You had your last lower high right here, lower low. The market pushed up, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and then boom, higher high. So keep all that in mind. You always, always, always have to keep it in mind. Don't lose track of what you're like exactly what you're. Let's see if I can go ahead and label this for you real quick. If you have to go back to the basics, go back to the basics, man. Like go back to filling in these texts so you understand what can potentially happen. Like understand where you are in the market. Remember, this is lower low. Remember, this is where like this is the bread and butter of trading. This is how we can keep track of what the market's actually doing. Okay, higher high.
Yeah, I end up, no, I did end up going back to making those high and high lows.
Yeah, that's sometimes, man, like I know we get like lost in the actual market, and it's because we stop really seeing what it's actually doing. We're at that point, we're guessing that, oh, it's gonna stop here, and we're just gonna, you know we're just hoping for the best, basically. um, Again, if the market does push down further, this doesn't mean this is a break of structure. Your last valid higher low happened right down here, so always keep that in mind. This big push is where you're stuck right now in between. So the market can do whatever it wants, as long as it stays, between these two zones. We're still good as an uptrend. So as soon as it gets down here, we can expect a big push to the upside, a buy. At that point, we could probably just get rid of this higher low and just look for maybe start looking for that big pullback. But if this market decides, for example, decides to just push straight up and cross our higher high, now this higher low is our next valid higher low. So we got to think about what the market's going to do in between these two areas of the next higher high and your higher low at the moment. So this is just a potential push. Right now, I would not label this a higher low just yet until we see a really defining move of what can happen next. So right now, this is where we're at. Does that kind of
That's
make
daily,
sense to
right?
you? Huh?
That's the daily.
That's the daily time frame. Yeah. Yep. So does that kind of make sense a little bit? I mean, I kind of broke down like uh, the whole bank.
No, no, yeah, no, bro. Like it's made everything clear. Like you're right. Like I haven't. You know how we have the boxes where you're seeing like where we're consolidated.
Yeah. So
I honestly,
think of the blue boxes as like these are your pullbacks. These are your pullbacks, your blue boxes, right? This is where retailers came into the market. Okay, we highlight these just to keep that in mind. This is where us retail traders decided to pull the price up, but then banks started taking advantage. Now, the red the red boxes are going to be where banks decided to turn price back around. So same thing here. Okay, so just kind of think of that. If we come back into this region, this area, target number one, this comes back to our retailers' indecisiveness, right? This is where we had a lot of retailers trying to sell the market. So this is a very, very good area for the market to push all the way down to and then take off again. So this is definitely an area I want to look out for. Tonight, if there is an opportunity, I'm going to go ahead and sell it. I mean, on the 4 hour time frame, it's already telling you all kinds of signs. The 4 hour time frame, you have you can just have like a descending trend line, something like this, to kind of give you that confirmation. You have one touch, two touch, third touch. If the market does come up slightly again, like I mentioned, it's a good opportunity to sell this. So,
can I show you my chart,
yeah,
and then
absolutely.
like kind of like let me know like if like yo like where I did wrong, like like
Oh yeah, of course.
I got
Go ahead.
distracted here or something.
No, no, go ahead.
Uh, how do I take this from you? Hey,
This one is gonna be this one is gonna be recorded. So this is I'm hoping this actually like can go into Vimeo and actually work out. So, all right, go ahead.
this one, let me share my first screen because this one got me bright as hell. You see my screen?
Yeah, I can see it.
I bet. So this is my not bad for the spaghetti and stuff.
Nah, you're good. Nah, I mean that's the whole point.
You
The whole point is for us
So
to understand what we're doing. So
I
okay,
started to mark them again, like legit. Like before you got in the Zoom call, I was like, yo, let me try to find my high lows and stuff again,
yeah,
like from the past. And this is how I have my monthly
yeah.
and my weekly.
Go
I have in
okay.
my green line.
Go back to your monthly real quick. I like how you identify like your higher lows. Well, actually, those are wrong up top. That higher low should be a lower high, and that lower low should be a lower. I mean, that lower high should be a lower low. Um, but I get the point. I get what you're doing. If you want, yeah, go ahead and switch them now.
Yeah, I just started the. So you said this is the low. There's a high. Oh, and
Yeah,
this is then it passed the high.
exactly. So
So
go to and then
then
the next big peak when it shot up, that should be a lower high as well.
this one
Right there, yeah,
a lower high.
yeah. We're gonna look at the
A
bigger
lower. Oh,
picture.
because
We're gonna look at the bigger picture. We're on a downtrend on the GBP and ZD. All right, we're on a downtrend. We're not gonna worry about all those pullbacks on the way down. We're not gonna worry about that. We're gonna look for the bigger moves on the monthly time frame. All right. So
okay.
I'm gonna leave your chart. Don't move it. Let me annotate real quick. So we have. I'm going to use green. All right. We have the market doing this, where you have a zone right there. You can see that, right?
Oh yeah, I see. I see.
Okay,
The
cool.
green line.
So now we're stuck in between these two zones right here. You're going to see that zone in the bottom. All right. Now the market will come right back down, and it retested your blue trend line, which is good. That's exactly what we want to see. So at that point, we can, draw out some sort of zone there, which actually lines up all the way back over here. Okay, so that's good. That's what we want to see. The market then pushes right back down, creates a new lower low. So now on the way back up, now that it's kind of making that move on the way back up, right? This is the market pushing right back up and potentially coming back to this trend line here and which then we can expect to either come right back down and still be stuck in this channel, or actually break out of it. Okay. Now, what I was explaining in the daily time frame was I still have GBP/NZD pushing up, right? I have it breaking out of this green trend line that you have going on here. Why? Because if
Yeah.
you see that even on the monthly, a slight push, right? A slight push to the upside. This is what? What is this considered to be? Right here, right there, exactly where you're hovering over it. Yeah, right there.
Right there.
What is that?
What is if we having this push right here? That was a strong impulse going down to the downside.
Exactly. So the market can definitely come right back up here, and that can be our next big target. Depending on how long it takes to get there, who knows? It may line up with your blue trend line, and at that point, it all lines up really, really nicely. We're still in a downtrend even on the monthly here. So, yeah, no, dude, you got it down, man. Like that's a good markup.
My daily,
Yeah.
I have then my daily, I start off from over here. I put my support line here, and then my resistance, and then like anything can happen in between. I put it in my resistance here because it touched my weekly trend line.
Yeah.
And that's my highest part of the peak, and this is my lowest. Then my blue lines, these blue lines are my support lines.
Yeah, no, that's good. Let me.
But I did them before. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Let me go ahead and stop you right there, because there's some things that you kind of missed out on. So you need to understand, again, what is our daily time frame? Our daily time frame is going to be like our overall analysis, right? This is where we're going to determine whether what trend are we currently in. All right, what happened here? What happened right there?
Where you marked? Oh, the blue line right there.
Yep.
What happened here? It touched my weekly trend line. It went up, and then after that, it came back down, and then it broke my structure.
Perfect. Break a structure. Nice. Okay, so keep all these in mind. Again, don't go away from.
No, hold on. I honestly said broke a structure because that's how you write BOS. Hold on. What do you say? Broke a structure. Oh, okay.
Break of structure.
And then
okay.
It went up, and then.
Yeah, so then the market came from a downtrend, and the market then transitioned into an uptrend, all right? So once you have the transition, there's no reason for you to think to take any sells anywhere on the market going up. Now, the only time you're going to take sells is when you try to counter trade, is when you're going to try to go against the trend. Right now, we're trending. Right now, we're uptrend, okay? The reason is because if you were to mark up, like how I just showed you, lower low, lower high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Now, this zone is still valid. This zone is valid down here. You can keep that. That's fine. But you should also have a zone right here. Why? Because that's your last higher low. That's your last higher low, so the market can do whatever it wants to do in between these two zones.
Gotcha.
Always update your zones. When you find a new higher high and a new higher low and a new higher high, update your zones, because now you're stuck in between those two zones. That's your like your big moves. That's how we're gonna take advantage of what can be like our prediction. That's something how we can predict what's gonna happen in the market. Now notice this high right here. Notice this high right here. That one right there.
Yeah.
Right? We have a strong resistance level that lines up all the way from this side. I'm about to show you right there. All the way from the left side. You can see how it got rejected multiple times. So this can be our target number 1. All right? And exactly how I just showed you on my chart, that can be target number 1. The market will push down, or I at least anticipate it to push down further down, and then continue its uptrend. Why? Because in order for us to break structure, I'm going to go ahead and clear everything. In order for us to break structure and go from an uptrend to a downtrend, we need to break our last higher low. Our last higher low was right here, because it's the last higher low that made a new higher high.
God, I'm making a box right now.
Yeah, there you go. Yep.
Gotcha. I put these lines there for my as support.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna put boxes. Fuck that. I'm gonna put boxes, because if I put the boxes, it'll give me more of a clear Like you're right, it'll give you more of a clear of the market. Like the lines is kind of
Yeah,
like I feel like I got too much lines. And then
exactly.
same thing I was doing my resistance is like right here and like support and resistance. But I'm gonna do the boxes instead. Like so I was looking at smaller time frames, so I put these lines there. And it looks like here, like how how over here
Mm-hmm.
it broke structure this area, like
Yep.
you said.
Yep.
It looks like it's happening the same thing here. I went down and then it went back up and then it's touching again for a break. So
Okay.
you're
Yeah.
right about getting
Yeah. But okay. So, but the only what is okay? Let me ask you one more question. What is the only way that you can break structure, go from an uptrend to a downtrend? What level needs to be broken?
my higher low.
Exactly. Okay. Yeah. Always have that in mind. Always have that in mind. Because the market can push. Yeah, we can counter trade this. The market can come all the way back down, but as long as it maintains this level, without being broken, we can now go into a bigger buy, which is our overall idea because we're still on an uptrend. Unless we're to be on a downtrend, your bias shouldn't, your bias should be a sell, right? Your bias should be a long-term sell. Being that we're on an uptrend, your buy should be a long-term buy. But on the way down, we can go ahead and take advantage of this move on the way down. And the way I'm going to show you exactly how we can take advantage of this move based off of lower time frames like the H4 or the H1 time frame. So go to your 4-hour time frame real quick. Go ahead, delete this. Okay. The way we can counter trade this is at the moment. So we had the big reversal off of that red zone that you have there. You also had a weekly trend line, which is good. The only way that we can counter trade this is as long as the market is creating new ceilings, right? New ceilings, new.
Oh my bad.
No, you're good. You're good. Let me. Right, you. New ceiling, ceiling. As long as on the H4 time frame we don't break our ceiling, we're still good. We are still good to continue trading this to the downside. In this case, we actually did. In this case, we actually did break out of it, and then we had a pullback. It pushed up a little bit more, and then it came right back down, and we started creating floors. Okay, we started creating floors. As soon as the market then decided to break through our floor, now this is now our new ceiling. So the market is now continuing to fall in a bearish sort of push, a bearish movement. Bearish movement is not the same thing as a bearish structure. Your structure is still it's still a bullish structure. It's still a bullish market, right? Because of the bigger picture. The
Yeah.
bigger picture is your daily time frame. So anything below the daily time frame is considered to be a movement. So the markets can do whatever it wants to do again in between these two zones. All right, keep that in mind. Always keep that in mind. It can do whatever it wants to do, and once it gets to a really good level where it's strong enough to then turn back around on the H4 time frame, you're going to see the same exact thing. You're just on the daily, you're just going to see a new higher low. On the daily, you're going to see a new higher low. But on the 4-hour time frame, you're going to see a break of structure as well. You're going to see this being your last lower high, lower low, and then the market pushes up, comes right back down, retests that level of support, and then boom. Now you just made your transition, which is on the daily your higher low to continue pushing up. So if you can get in on an entry as soon as the market pushes all the way down here, like this, right? You see this? Let me delete all of this. Sorry. As soon as you see the market right trending, and then you have your break or your transition on the 4-hour time frame, and you're creating floors now instead of ceilings. If you get in somewhere over here, maybe this is like the safest route to get in, or you get in as soon as it rejects your blue zone. At that point, man, you should be in this trade long term because this is the big overall picture. This is what we want to see in order to get from one end to the next.
Gotcha.
You're gonna yeah.
No, sorry. I'm gonna what?
No. Go ahead.
You think around this because this zone right here,
Yeah.
possible chance that I can touch this and actually just keep going up other than touch support?
Absolutely, yeah, no, hell yeah, of course. I mean, obviously, this is your first target, right? That's kind of what we came
Yeah.
up with at the beginning. But if it just hits that area, and if it does do the same exact thing, right? If you see this happening on the H4, and you see a break, so on and so forth, kind of like this is your break right here on the H4 time frame. This is when you made that transition. So yes, even then, this is still considered to be your new higher low, or potential higher low, as long as the market pushes up past our previous higher high over here. If that happens, right? If that happens, now we're trading in between this zone and whatever zone we can find at the very top up here as soon as we find a higher high.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right on. I'm so fucking glad this shit is recorded because this shit's gonna help out a lot. Right on. Let me. Oh, what up,
There you
France?
go.
I didn't even see you. My bad, dude.
Hey, how you doing? No, I use got right now. I just came out of work right now, so
Oh, okay.
this is again.
Oh, gotcha. All right, on. Nice.
Hey, question: Are you gonna doing gold tomorrow with the NFP?
If I see the opportunity, I am. Yeah, I am. Just
What about
because.
what about the other pairs with USD?
Which one?
The other pairs with USD, for example, USD JPY or GBP USD.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, I definitely am. I think again, if I see the opportunity, absolutely, dude, I'm definitely taking it. So same
Are you
thing.
checking?
Yeah.
Are you checking right now the market of the pairs that they have? But I don't see any move. Like
No, not yet, really. Um, let me break down. Let me see what the U.S. pairs are doing right now.
mhm.
Let me go ahead and share my screen real quick.
Yeah. Let me give you the screen back.
I'll be able to explain that a little bit further for you as well, Steven, because that shit, man, like once you understand that, it just like changes your whole way of like viewing the market. It's crazy. All right, let's go back into this. You guys can see my screen, right?
Yes.
Perfect.
Wait, what the hell? I can't hear you. Oh.
Okay, let's go to USD JPY. USD JPY is when I
It's in a downtrend.
yeah, I changed my entire bias on it as well because I was anticipating something. I was anticipating the market to continue pushing up, but something again, same exact thing happened to me was I didn't keep in mind that we actually had broken structure right around this area here, right
Mhm.
around. I hate that it doesn't like click right away, but right around this area here. Okay, that was
Mhm.
our last lower high point. So the market can do again. The market can, once we broke structure, we had our last higher low right here, higher high,
Mhm.
higher low, lower high. So this higher low is not a valid higher low just yet. It has to push all the way past our previous higher high for it to be a
Yeah.
valid higher low. So what does that mean? Again, let's go back to, let me go ahead and clear all of this. And that means that the market, we're stuck in between this low
Mhm.
and we're stuck in between this high.
Yeah, I think it's gonna still going down.
I think so too. I think that the market is gonna tank. Either it already broke out of this support level,
Mhm.
so really what it can do is come right back up, retest this, and then drop, or it could just drop,
Mhm.
right? So right now we do,
Now
yeah.
the expectation for NFP tomorrow is the dollar is gonna go up because the forecast I think is 130k,
Okay.
and the expectation, sorry, the previous value was 130,
Yeah.
and the forecast is gonna be 140k.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah.
So
Again, we could see exactly what happens. Like right around 6 a.m. We're gonna really see what the market's doing around that time. Um,
mhm.
so like yeah, the 30 minutes before NFP, I'm gonna really be looking at this and see what direction's kind of giving me. You know what I mean? Um,
I think when the NFP is gonna go out, it's gonna go up.
let's see. Actually, let's break. Let me see.
That's what expecting. It's gonna drop by right now, from now to 6 7 in the morning, and when NFP is come out, it's gonna go up again.
What time is NFP gonna go? I mean, it's gonna start.
8:30.
for you is gonna be 5:30 a.m.
Oh, I'm pulling later.
Yeah, nah, don't, nah, nah, no. All you gotta do is just set an alarm at 5 o'clock, man. Just be up
Nah,
30
I'm
minutes
gonna
No,
wake
well,
early.
up.
actually, my alarm is by 7:30.
Oh, okay, so a whole hour ahead. Nice, very
Yeah, hell no,
nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay up from 5 in the morning to 2 in the afternoon, then I'll go sleep then.
Yeah, pretty much. Um, okay, so yeah, going back to this, guys. So like on the daily time frame, again, we understand that this is our last, higher low point. Let me see if I can.
Yeah.
Can I end it? Oh, I can do that too. Nice. All right, so higher low, right?
Mhm.
Higher high,
Mhm.
or I'm sorry. Well, it's kind of the same. No, not really. Um, no, 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 no. It's actually
We got it.
lower.
We got the idea. We got the idea.
It's lower than that. Yeah, let me go ahead. Let me start over. I'm sorry. It's because this is being recorded, so I want to make sure it's right. Higher low, then the market pushed all the way up. This is our higher high.
Mhm.
This was a potential higher low. This area,
Higher low.
the
Yep.
market did not push past our previous higher high, so we're
It's
still.
another high.
It's just a regular lower high, right?
Mhm.
We're still in a buyer's market though. We're still pushing. We're still in a buyer's bias. This is still pushing higher in our daily time frame. On the weekly, it looks different. On the weekly, it looks like a overall downtrend. All right, but we
Mhm.
want to see what actually happens on the daily time frame first before we decide. Hey, listen, we're actually continuing to fall further down. Um, so the market again, understanding that is that now the market can push all the way down again to around this area, and as long as
Mhm.
this area is maintained, then we're still good to potentially continue pushing up higher.
Mhm.
Let me get rid of this. Let's go to the weekly real quick. See how the
Yeah.
weekly, see how the weekly is literally where it's at right now. I
It's
mean,
on the
it's
downtrend.
yeah, it's on a downtrend. But look at this level here. Look at how it rejected this level perfectly.
Mhm.
So again, these levels are really really strong. Look how this wick right here came all the way down, touched this line, and then just completely reversed.
Probably that was a new or something like that.
But yeah, it could be. So, well, I think that even though we're still on a downtrend on the weekly, do I think it's gonna break through it? It could, but I think the way it rejected it twice already, I think it can definitely turn back around out of this level here if it does come all the way down here. If it doesn't, I have it just coming right to around this level here and then pushing right back up, which on the monthly time frame,
It's in an uptrend, but
it
moving on the
is.
side channel.
It is. It's on an uptrend. You're right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks like a kind of consolidation, like
Yeah.
right on that area.
Yeah. You're absolutely right, man. So if the
The,
market
the
turn,
only the only thing the only thing
yeah,
with the USD JPY is a kind of pair. He moving slow though.
yeah,
Like
that's true.
a big candle is just like 10 or 20 pips.
That's true. Yep. So again, we could see a reversal off of this level here, which is based off of the daily. As long as we
Mhm.
maintain this level, we're good. So so again, depending on what's being shown around like my time 6 a.m. or I mean your time 8 a.m. around there right before 30 minutes right before the market actually or the news actually hit. I'll be on like
Mhm.
lower time frames to see what it's really gonna do.
Yo, we should get a Zoom call on. We should get on a Zoom call then around that time.
If I can, I definitely will. If I can, I definitely because I'll still be at the hotel. But
Bro, take your lunch around that
I'm taking my laptop with me, so I'm definitely like gonna be watching this. Not only that, but like if you see USD CAD as well, it's testing an important level at the moment.
Mhm.
Um, but again, we broke structure all the way over here on the daily time frame, right around this area. That's where we broke structure. So higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, right? Then it actually we did break structure again right around this area here. Broke structure again.
I think that one is gonna drop down too.
That's what I'm predicting. That's exactly what I'm predicting because
Yeah.
we have so again we
That's
have
that sons are that's resistant sons right there. Is like he respected more than
yep.
two
So
times.
so again going back to what we trade in between two zones, we have
Mhm.
our last high right here, right? Actually, let me go ahead and annotate that. We have our last higher high. We have our lower low because we broke out of this level here. We broke structure. So what can the market do? The market can do whatever it wants to do in between these two levels,
Mhm.
as long as we maintain structure. So my idea is that USD CAD can potentially fall
Mhm.
continuing its trend. But depending again, NFP can be sometimes a little unpredictable, especially when you have the bigger picture around you. But this was the last impulse we had to fill in on USD CAD, so we can see a bigger drop. So um, I anticipated to drop, but not completely break or not completely continue its trend, if that makes any sense. I think that it'll drop and then it'll just continue going right back up too. So we'll see what happens. It's gonna be interesting as shit.
You said the NFP. What is it? What does that do? What does that mean?
So NFP is
No, no
yeah,
farm,
yeah.
no farm. What is that? No farm thing. I don't know.
Non-farm payrolls. So it's like the
Yes,
returns of like
because the people have like a farm, they don't pay taxes.
yeah.
So the thing is, when they made the report, the USD, the dollar, being affected, and like in two directions, it can be like bigger or lower, depends the new.
Yep.
Oh, oh.
So if you, for example, if you have three horses by your house, you're not gonna pay taxes.
Yep. Pretty much.
What?
Yep.
So buy three. When you have a lot of money, buy three horses, put him on the behind of the yard, and you're not gonna pay taxes.
Yeah.
Bro, we'll buy
Very
It's gonna
true.
be free.
horses, and then we're gonna build Lone Wolf Capital building right next to them.
Fuck
we
yeah.
don't pay taxes.
Fuck yeah. All right. One quick little breakdown on how I got in on GBPAUD the day yesterday. Yeah, yesterday morning. I got in GBPAUD as a buy, right around, and I called it out in WhatsApp. But my entry was a little too early as far as like where I called it from. When I said, oh, look to start looking for buys, I think it was a little too early on that end. But when you actually scale down, right around this area here, we had our transition on the 4-hour time frame, right? We broke out of our last lower high, our last valid lower high was this one here. Then the market broke, came right back down, created this level of support, which we can go ahead and highlight that, right, into the future. Imagine none of this was here at the moment. Actually, I can go ahead and delete that now. Check it out. Oh, yeah. Boom. The market was testing this area here. We also had a level of resistance up here, which we can line it up all the way from on this side. Okay. So having the idea, I mean, the market decided to push down, right? And I was watching it. I was watching it on, Wednesday night. Yeah, Wednesday night I was watching it. Just watching this starting to tank, starting to go right back down, go back down. And as soon as it hovered over this area, I was already on the 15-minute time frame, and I was looking for an entry point. As soon as it came into this area here, actually it came, where was it, here? Or did it come down further? Oh. I think I was already, whoa, actually, hold up, let me see, what was my entry? My entry was, let me see. My entry was 83037. 83037.
Yeah, you already get it in. If that was the entrance, you get it in on the first resistance that you have before that one that is already made it.
Let me see. I got you. I think I want to pinpoint it real quick. Right there. Okay, so I got in right there. As soon as I saw this rejection, I think it was, I got in as soon as the market decided to turn back around. So I did see a little bit of a push to the upside. The market then pushed right back down. I do remember seeing the market pushing down further, and I was negative for quite some time. And then it finally just started turning back around. Oh no, I did see more negative. That's what it was. That's right. I saw more negative, and then it just decided to turn back around, and it just skyrocketed. So that was nice. I actually, I caught 100 pips off of this move here, 100 fucking pips, because I got out exactly at 8403, just like my entry.
Damn.
Yeah, I got out somewhere around here. I closed out right away as soon as it hit that. I caught 100 pips, which is really, really nice.
Yeah, like it's the same that we
right
called the other day. The liquidity for
Yep.
the GBP pairs.
And you know what time this happened, dude? This happened at 07:15. What time is that? That time it was like 6 actually. No, it wasn't 6. It was probably
The
like
6-5.
4 or 5 a.m. I think it was. 4 or 5 a.m. This is when that happened right there. This big push.
Mhm.
So it was really really interesting, and I was holding. Good. The good thing is I didn't get in as soon as I said I was gonna get it. Like, oh, start looking for buys. That's a good thing. The good thing is I was patient enough to watch this actually play out,
Now,
because remember what I mentioned, guys. Like, one thing you always got to keep in mind on the if you're waiting for a pullback, a really like far pullback, a lot of the times, man, you got to be patient with your trades. So what you want to do is you want to carry, again, even on the lower time frames, carry ceilings with you. Carry these ceilings until you're on the 5 minute time frame, perhaps. I mean, for example, your 5 minute.
question: How many the stop loss? Because yesterday I put 20, Joe, and
Yeah.
he gave me he before I see the move that I expecting the uptrend, he
Mm-hmm.
pulled me out, so I was on the bed and for uh
My
two pips,
my stop
two pips,
loss, my stop
I
loss
put like
on
20.
my stop loss on GBP pairs are always 30, 30 plus. Um,
All
USD
right.
pairs,
If I put 30 yesterday,
yeah.
I will get a profit like 120 pips, easy.
Oh
But
fuck yeah.
that's made me. It wasn't piss me off at all because it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
I recovered with the USD JPY.
Okay.
I get the profit, but it was like Jesus Christ. That was like close. Forget what I expecting. But I just put like 20 pips of stop loss. It
Yeah.
wasn't enough.
Yeah, no, and that's okay, man. Like, that's all right, because again, with USD pairs, you have more room for the market to move around. GBP pairs, if they go against you, you need to kind of have a stop loss a little bit larger than the other pairs, because the GBP pairs fucking move, dude. And when they move, if you don't have your
Yeah.
stop loss right, or you'll get taken out, and then boom, it'll skyrocket the way it did. Um,
Yeah.
Now, a little breakdown on how I got into this entry is only not only do you have to be patient, dude. You just have to be patient. Wait for the when I saw this being rejected, this zone. What I waited for was this last resistance right here. You see this last
Mm-hmm.
resistance, right? It was a
Mm-hmm.
minor resistance. So what I did was all I did was I got on my trading view and I put one resistance line right up here. Okay, let me actually just delete this. One resistance line right around this area, and then I waited for it to break. When it broke, I waited for the pullback. The pullback happened
Yeah,
around here.
like retesting, like making
Yep.
sure like it's going to the uptrend.
Yep,
The
exactly. And then I got in right there. Boom. I got in, and I put my stop loss. My stop loss was negative. I think it was like, again, 30 pips.
Mhm.
So my stop loss was right around.
Like the zone,
Let me see.
probably
0383. No, 0373. That's what it was. 73. Right here.
by the zone.
Yeah, in the zone. Yeah. So it came close. It really did come close to almost closing me out. But then it just turned right around. So I mean, that was pretty cool. That was a good thing. Um,
I think that
Well,
that pair GBP IUD is moving closer by GBP USD.
yeah.
wait,
Yeah.
wait, you have that red line is where that's you entered?
No, my green line is where I entered.
That oh okay,
The
okay.
red line is my last resistance on the 5 minute time frame to look for that break, retest, and then get in.
Gotcha. And when the green line is where you entered.
The green line is where I enter. So when I go to the 4 hour time frame, you'll see my entry. My entry looks like I got in on the wick right here.
Oh shit.
I got in as soon as it started turning around.
Damn, he has a good ass entry. That was yesterday, right? Yesterday morning?
Yeah, that was yesterday morning. Yeah. Yep.
Oh shit.
That was last night. Actually, my bad. That was last night. Right around. Shit, I think I saw this right around like maybe 2 3 in the morning, and then once it started consolidating a little bit, then it took off right around 4 or 5. I think it was.
Oof, that patience.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I kind of stayed in. I had to stay in. I was like, bro, either it goes against me or it just goes the way I predict it. You know what I mean? Like, sure
Yeah.
enough, it took off. So that was good. But then in the morning, then this happened.
Yeah.
So not only that, you could have taken advantage of a sell point as well, somewhere around here. If you would have adjusted your zones, or you would have something
I
that's like
think
another sign or something. But
That's the same thing that happened on GBNCD.
yeah, mm-hmm.
yeah, the thing is, what I see with the GVP pairs, and they like moving in two different seasons. They moving in one way when the London season open, and when the others they use change the direction.
Yeah, they do
I
that a
think
lot.
we're talking about that one the other day. You remember?
Mm-hmm. You're right.
So GBP USD doing the same thing, going up on London season, and when New York open, they use come down.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you'll see the difference. There's a lot of times where they just switch directions, man. They always switch
Mhm.
directions.
It's a good vintage. You can get vintage on that one and get like profits on both directions.
Yep. Yeah, that's true, man. Um,
Going for the buy when it's London, and then going for the sell when US open.
yeah. Yep. So, but any questions on anything like that? I recorded everything. It's still recording, which is good. This is gonna be uploaded onto Vimeo, and then I'm gonna upload it onto the website tonight. So you guys can go back and watch it whenever you want.
Nice.
Hey,
Yo,
the website is ready.
Not yet. But you guys are gonna have the passcode to get in there and watch the videos as I keep putting them in there.
That is gonna be awesome.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make my appointment with you the first time when I is up.
everyone's gonna
So
have
fuck it up.
Yeah, hell yeah. Fuck yeah,
So
dude.
make the calendar because I'm gonna make appointment with you. I just let you know.
Damn straight.
No, that's what it does.
That's what it does.
That's what it does. It
Yeah.
makes the calendar for you. So, like, friends, if you go and you make the appointment, it's gonna give you an email. But also, if you have Google Calendar,
Yep.
it's gonna put it inside your Google Calendar
That's gonna be great. That's gonna be great.
already automatically. So, like, if you put the appointment for tomorrow at 4 p.m., you and Ariel's gonna have it on both your calendars.
Exactly.
Hey, what you think about GBP USD and Euro Dollar? That's my two things.
Euro dollar. All right, I'll definitely give you my outlook on euro dollar. Euro dollar, because this is
It's
one
gonna
that I've
go-
been watching.
It's gonna go for me. It's gonna go up
Yeah.
until tomorrow, and it's gonna drop and break all the floors for what I think.
Remember that if the U.S. dollar tanks, what happens to every other pair that's associated with the U.S. dollar? They're gonna go up. So be careful with that. But yeah, I mean, I can see it. Like right now, it's testing it, and sure enough, it can definitely turn back around. Yeah,
So
absolutely.
with the gold, it would usually we're just start seeing it skyrocket.
Look at
Correct?
check out the DXY right now. This is dollar index. We're gonna check out exactly what it's doing. The dollar index. We are at an uptrend on the dollar index.
Yeah, it's drop. It's drop. It's gonna drop all night until tomorrow, and after that, it's gonna boom, a skyrocket.
Yeah, you're right. I think, dude, honestly, just by looking at this, and I'm gonna keep paying attention to this all night, to see what this dollar index does, because holy shit, who's
My bad, I was walking my dog.
whose fucking door is that? God damn. Yeah, so
I was walking my dog while I took a Zoom call.
yeah, we're still stuck in this like ascending trend line. We're pretty good as far as uptrend goes. But we'll see exactly what happens in the morning. I think it's going to be interesting. Right now, it's end of day, so you're not getting a lot of movement, or it's not even moving. Is it moving? No, it's not. It doesn't move. So we'll see how it ends up, but I think it'll push. Dude, I think honestly, man, like I think it'll push down and really retest this level here. So that means maybe the U.S. dollar will tank tomorrow. We'll see.
Yeah, with the NFT with the no farm payrolls.
Yep.
They say it's gonna go up the value.
Okay.
So the gold is gonna drop for sure.
Gotcha. Well, we'll see.
Again.
Yeah, again, we'll see what happens. I think, yeah, I mean, definitely could. Look at gold.
Yeah, we should do a live Zoom call if possible.
Yeah, we will. I'll definitely give it a shot. I'll try, see if I can. I'll let you guys know as soon as it hits 6 o'clock, which will be 8 a.m. Eastern time. I'll hit you guys up and I'll be like, hey, y'all down for to get on?
Yeah, let's go do it. If not, Steven, we watching out.
Yeah.
Yo, fuck it. We saw anybody who can. We saw jump in the Zoom call.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Everybody along with. It would be great to have Ariel. Like, obviously, it would be great to have you in there.
Hell yeah.
And Big.
Yeah.
So mainly, or at least like keep you guys all posted. Like yo, we're in the Zoom call.
Absolutely, man. But cool,
I
man.
working on 9 in the morning, but I'm gonna go a little bit late.
I gotta. I used to do that in my last job. I would go in at.
Oh, I'm on traffic. I'm gonna be like 30 minutes late.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I used to, bro. I used to in my last job. I used to go in at like 8:10, 8:15, and I would do my analysis real quick, and I would be in my office, and then I'd have to go and do a PowerPoint presentation as far as like, oh, what's our capacity, what's our.
I can make the order. Like I can put like for example in Go, I expecting drop. I can put like a sell stop.
Yeah.
And see if they works.
Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
don't-
man.
Yo, everybody calling, be like, yo, guys, I'm showing up late. Everyone will be like, yo, look, I'm not feeling good.
And
Somebody- I gotta go.
GBP USD, I expecting going up tomorrow.
Yo, what about
So you're saying that
You
the
know,
dollar is
so-
gonna tank? That's what you're saying.
No. Sorry. GBP is gonna go down.
Oh, okay.
No, dollar is gonna skyrocket.
Okay, let's see. All right, well, let's keep that in mind. Let's see what happens tomorrow, man.
Yeah,
Let's see what
GBP
happens.
USD is gonna tank.
All right, let's see. Right
Yeah.
on.
Remember, it's recorded.
It is recorded.
The GBP USD is gonna tank.
It is recorded.
USD JPY is gonna go up, and gold is gonna tank as well.
All right. I'm gonna go back to this video and I'll be like, "Yo, France called it. If you
Yeah,
called it,
boom.
cool."
Hey, 200,
How-
200, 150 pips on gold.
Okay.
Boom.
All right. I'm
150.
pips,
I'm
bro.
gonna keep that in mind.
You see how many pips gold takes? I think it's like 1,000.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
No, yeah, but remember how you calculate it is like you gotta for example 10 it's gonna be 2,000 is like 200 pips.
Yep.
Oh, word.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
like
crazy.
for example, if you put like 200 points, 2,000 points is like 20, like 200 is 20 pips.
Oh,
That's how we calculate it. Like yeah, they move like I don't remember like
decimal.
4,000. Like yeah, last time that we get it in by Monday, I get like 200 pips. I remember 200
Yeah.
pips. It moved like 2,000. That was a drop. That was pretty cool. GBP USD is gonna probably is gonna go up on the between London season, but when New York came out and the NFP is out by 8:30, it's gonna drop.
Yeah. Let's see what happens, man.
It opens
Yeah,
8:30 your
waiting-
time? I thought it opens at 9. 6.
No, for you it opens at 8:30. Well, NFP hits at 5:30 a.m.
5:30 a.m. on East Coast.
No, for you NFP starts.
And then the U.S. session opens up at 9:30, no?
Oh, like the stock market? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the foreign exchange market for New York session opens at 8 a.m. Eastern time.
Oh.
Yeah. In my case, is London open by 3 in the morning and New York open by 8.
Yep.
Yo, honestly, I've been trying to figure this whole thing out, and I've been kind of confused. Yo, hold
Go
on.
to listen, bro.
Let
Look,
me write this down.
check it out.
Go to the ISA website for that.
Yeah, it's called Baby Pips, dude. Let me show you real quick. Oh shit. how do
Yeah,
I
because
delete
yo,
this?
I've been trying to figure this out. I'm like, yo, what the hell? Like what time does this whole thing
So-
open?
Nah, man. Look, Baby
Like
Pips.
Steven, one rule that I have myself, I never open a trade before the season open. For example, if I'm gonna do it in GBP USD, I waiting for the season open. Like I don't like depends. If it's already open the trade, that's fine. I just hold it. But if I gonna looking for make a trade, I gotta wait. My rule is it's like a personal rule. I waiting for the season open, and after they open, I look at it and looking for the entrance.
Look, Steven, right here. You have New York open 8 a.m. Eastern time. This is the Eastern time section. 8 a.m. Eastern time. That's when New York opens, and it closes at 5 p.m. 5 p.m. Eastern time. London session opens at 3 a.m. Eastern time. For you, it'll be 12 a.m. You're 3 hours behind. So always remember that.
Yeah.
You're always 3 hours behind. London closes at 11 a.m. You have Tokyo open at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Close at 5 a.m. Eastern time. Then you have Sydney open at 5 p.m. till 2 in the morning. So
Hey, Ariel,
yeah,
How did he get there?
can you hear me?
I'll send you the link right now, actually, on WhatsApp.
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
hear you.
Oh shit. Yo, Ariel, can you screenshot that?
Oh yeah, I got you.
Or yeah, cause it's really good.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm.
bro. Every time.
I'm gonna set alarms. I'm just gonna set alarms. So that
You guys should. Wait, you guys haven't been setting alarms, bro? That's like the
No.
one thing you should be doing.
Yo, I've been staying up, Ariel. I've been staying up. Yo, I've been waking up at 5 in the afternoon my time,
Yeah.
and then going to sleep at fucking like 8, 9 in the morning. Trying to like,
Yeah,
I'm like,
no, I
yo,
hear
the
you.
market is up around this time, and then fucking go to bed.
Yeah, true that.
Yeah, because the thing is, if you're looking for that pair and the pair working in a season is not open,
shit.
you're gonna see consolidation
Yep.
until the market open the season, and that moment that's gonna you start seeing the real move. So my
Yeah.
rule,
Session? You mean
my
session?
personal rule, I never open a trade for a pair when the season is not open yet.
Yep. Very true.
That's
buddy.
my rule. That's my rule. I don't know.
No, it's that's actually really really good rule. Ariel mentioned that a lot before too. Yo, I was going based off of that's what I was doing wrong. I was going based off the stock market of
Nah,
like
hell no.
Tokyo, on United States pairs, all that.
Nah, fuck that. Don't be going over that. That's different.
Fuck it.
Yeah. No, you're good. It happens, bro. But that's a completely different market.
That was no wonder I was like going the opposite way. I'm like, yo, I don't really get like what what am I doing wrong? And it starting off with this.
Yeah, because probably you see a move before the season open, like you see an uptrend, but when the season actually open, they move on the opposite direction. So that's probably what happened.
Yep. Yo, guys,
yeah.
but I actually have to go to work, dude. I have to be in there at 11. It's already 10:16, so I have to like head out.
You're good.
Yeah, I gotta head to work. I'm gonna stop recording it now. But this was the first webinar of all like the first one recorded. This shit's going up on the website, so whenever you guys want to watch it, you're more than welcome to. And we're gonna keep doing these every Thursday, so I'm gonna keep recording them.
That's
Yeah,
good.
yo.
Remember, goal is gonna be 150.
All
Yo,
right.
yo, Ariel, what do you think? I remember, I know you have to go.
Yeah.
What do you think? Like one in the beginning of the week and one in the end of the week. Like
Yeah.
if you do one in the beginning of the week, like you don't think maybe like it has a good pressure for everybody? Hey, look, like keep an eye on this or whatever.
Yeah,
We can
absolutely.
trade like ideas on what we're all looking at.
Yeah.
And then end of the week we can kind of look at it, but oh shit, like this is what happened and like.
Hey, Ariel,
What's up?
question. Victor, where he at right now?
He's in LA, dude. He already moved.
He already moved to LA?
Yeah, he already moved.
Hey,
Look, he's in here. Yo, what up, man? He's already in there. Look.
Is he holding a fish? Oh no, that's his thing.
Yeah, he's holding a fish.
I thought that was him live. I'm like, damn, dog, I didn't see for that long.
Oh, but that is what he's holding. I thought it was a plate.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Pescado.
Yo.
Yo.
Hey, so
Yo,
we gotta
Igualitos.
look for apartment because I'm already staying with my girlfriend. We're going to LA
Are you guys really? Nice.
next year.
Fuck yeah.
Nigga, we're gonna need a bigger house.
We
Yo,
need-
be careful. LA's expensive, dude. LA's not Orlando.
No, it's not.
Oh, but I got a good life on trades.
Yo. Yo,
Make
hey.
sure you're making
That shit's
good money.
expensive as fuck.
Yo, but I gotta go, man. I gotta go to work. We've been
Nah,
yo,
go
wait.
out. Let's get it.
Nah, what the fuck? We've been on here for a whole like hour. We got on at
Victor, I'm gonna meet you on with
Make-
Ariel on LA.
Make Victor the host.
Next
Make
year.
him the host so you can leave.
9. How do I make him the host?
Go over his name.
Host.
I'm
Oh.
on my phone right now. Hey, what?
Nah. Fuck that. You better do some charge in that phone.
Fucking. Oh shit.
Are you at work, dude?
Harry, what? Tomorrow? What are you guys doing tomorrow? Let's get in the morning. Why are you guys getting in so late?
In the morning, I'm down. Yo, we
That-
was actually talking about
We're
that.
talking about it for
Yeah,
you
7:30.
for NFP. Where I'm gonna get on at
RNFP?
6 o'clock. So for you it'll be 5 a.m.
Hey, what is it?
Come on.
What time is gonna be? What time is gonna be for me?
That's
For you,
8.
say 30.
For you it's
Hey, you're in
8:30.
Orlando, bro.
Hey,
8:30.
Ariel, are we trading that?
Alright.
Are you trading that tomorrow?
This year I'm actually looking at it right now. Yeah, I'm looking for a setup here.
It's
bro.
gonna drop? Yeah,
Um,
it's gonna
Yeah, it
drop.
looks like it wants
For
to drop.
what?
CAD
Uh,
CHF.
Yeah, it's gonna touch the level that you had drawn.
Yeah.
Yo, Vic, you're not gonna flake. So 5 in the morning.
Oh, fuck that.
You said morning.
He gonna make the order. He gonna make the order, and
Flaking
that's it.
100%, bro.
Yeah.
But
you're
I
right.
mean, I'm free all the time now. I mean, I quit my
We
job.
already
No, you
we
fucking
already-
didn't, did you?
I quit my job, bro.
No shit. When?
Ooh. On Tuesday. I told you guys. I was
Oh
serious.
no shit.
Oh, I thought you was joking. I was like, oh, this nigga just okay.
Oh, dude, I'm chilling, dog.
Yo, Eric gotta go though. Yo, make me
Yeah.
host.
I gotta. Yeah, all right, I can make you host.
You gotta
think.
go. What?
Yeah, I gotta go to work. Stupid.
Why you
Yo,
doing
just
so
quit your
late?
job
then?
too. What the fuck?
Did I just make? I think I just made you host, dude.
So
Did
why
I?
you so, where you gotta go if you fucking?
Yeah, I gotta go. Stupid. I gotta go to work now.
he's the boss. He
No.
can call out.
Yeah, exactly. But hey,
Call out,
soon,
motherfucker.
soon, August of next, even sooner, probably even sooner, to be honest with you
No,
guys.
I'm gonna go probably in the same time, August or September.
Yo, you said your lease is up in August, right, Victor?
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, I probably like if you guys are serious about getting a place, then I'm
Yeah,
down.
you can come earlier though. I mean, fuck, you can stay over the house, bro.
I'm
Yo,
gonna,
hey,
I'm gonna visiting. I'm
I
gonna
got-
visiting first. I'm
Yo,
gonna visiting first.
Victor, so that
Yep.
means that can you take the trip with us to fucking Mariposa, or not?
Where's Mariposa?
I don't know.
In
Fucking
Arizona?
It's
no,
in
Nick.
Yosemite.
No.
It's Yosemite.
But mariposa in
Oh,
Spanish is butterfly.
So
For
come.
Rafa's? Yeah, for sure.
Oh, so you're
You
down?
gonna come?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh fuck yeah, dude!
Wait,
Because that's
wait,
perfect.
Wait, for real?
Yeah.
Wait, what the fuck?
I
He-
quit my
Alright.
job, nigga. The
He
fuck?
quit his job. He can go.
But wait, are you gonna come?
Maybe I might not invite him. motherfucker.
Nah.
Damn.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Hey, when it's gonna be that trip?
August. No, August. October.
Wait, Vic, I need to know because I need to make sure everything's planned right.
Yeah,
Yo,
let
wait,
me,
what
let
happened?
me know.
I need to know if you're for sure gonna come because I have things planned like for everybody. And
Yeah.
If you're definitely gonna come, then I'm I didn't know you were gonna come.
Yeah. Well, listen. Just go ahead and text me the shit, cause I can just get. We can just get our own hotel and shit too.
Damn, no, because bro, we got a big ass house and I
Yeah.
got bro, there's 15 people going.
Yeah. No,
Yo,
that's
Can
good.
you make me post?
Say again.
All right. So go ahead and
Okay.
send me the. Go ahead
Okay.
and send me the.
Send them the information, dude. Send them the information.
Yeah.
At the end,
Yeah.
at the end, what we'll do
To the
is
group.
at the end, what we'll do is if we're like overcrowded or whatever, dude. Like I'm already bound. Like I'm down to just like sleep like on a couch somewhere.
Dude.
I don't give a shit. Like
Okay, well,
Yo.
I mean, again,
Me too.
I'll let you guys know. Since Vic
Yeah.
and Rachel are gonna go, I'll let you guys know.
But it's perfect, Victor, because bro, I get there Friday morning, and then I'm there till Monday evening. So even when do we get back on Sunday? What's the idea on Sunday?
Well, they usually when you like Mondays, so they get to check out by 10.
Oh, so
10 a.m.
we're checking out on Monday?
No, I'm Sunday. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay,
Sunday.
okay, yeah. So we
Yeah,
have
Sunday.
Sunday getting out at 10. How long does it take to get back to LA?
It's like I think 1 hour or 2 hour drive.
Okay, cool. So the plan is like at least right now is I want to get we have like the night or the whole time from like daytime to Sunday night, and then even some of the morning as well because I don't leave until like 7 p.m.
Yeah.
So I
Dude,
at
even on
least
Monday.
I do want to get at least some sort of intro shit going on so we can at least just put that on the website already, like something.
Yo, even on Monday, Ariel.
Yeah,
we can
I'm
do it, like whatever we're gonna do Sunday night.
exactly.
I mean, I'm sorry. Yeah, Sunday night. and then
Cause
Monday
Sunday
morning.
night, dude, I'm gonna get a hotel. I'm gonna get a hotel for just Sunday night. And so what we could do is we could set up in the hotel and probably do some sort of like welcome there or something there. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah, no, we'll do anything. Trust me. We'll figure it out.
cool. All right, no, but
That's what we want to do.
I gotta go for sure. It's already getting hella late.
All right.
All right, guys. Dude, I'll hit you guys up on WhatsApp. If we're gonna get on a Zoom call in the morning, I will definitely let you guys know. But if you guys should all try to get together on the WhatsApp, even if I don't get on, because I think it's gonna be really cool for you guys to get on together and see it play out. So, Get on with France, get on with you, Rafael, Steven. I'll tell like Victor and them, like, see if they can get up. That way you guys can all get on together. But I'll definitely try.
Yo, friends, I'm gonna be up and I'll be on. So anybody